Hi, welcome to Inspiration Daily for February 19th, 2022. I'm Gina Greenlee. You can see I get my bling on, man. I love bling. Today's inspiration is recycling. What I mean by that, recycling things that you don't need, because I'm in this declutter place at this stage in my life. I'm 61, can't take it with you. So, um, I have a friend who hasn't worked for 20 years and she's not wealthy, but she knows how to get free stuff like free food and she's raised children like this, and she's an artist and she just has time to just make her art, and that's what she wanted to do. And she says, I can't work traditional jobs, I'm not wired for it. So she's taught me a lot about places where I live locally where you can get, you know, discounted food. And I already know about discount clothes. I mean, I'm not buying any more clothes. um, but there's food pantries. I mean, I don't go to a food pantry because I don't. Uh, there are people who really don't have any money to buy any food at all. Uh, but through my friendship with this woman, I've learned about this whole other part of society. And there's this. I used to sell things on Craigslist, not as a job, but because I've been on this journey of decluttering, downsizing, for 20 years, because I had a corporate career and I lived in Asia, and then I had different houses, and I've just been getting, smallest run. Now I got everything in one state, in one location, which is a triumph. And um, so I was selling things on Craigslist as to declutter, and I wasn't trying to make a fortune. I might have a beautiful lamp and I would sell it, for $10, just get it out of here. Somebody, and they were thrilled. Oh my God, this is perfect for my den or my daughter's room, or my grandson has a new apartment and he doesn't have any money to, this is great. So I also lived in an artist colony, artist community, I should say. Many years ago, it was a converted gun factory. It was in Hartford, Connecticut, and we had we called it the mailbox recyclery, and it was the community mailbox. And the way they were situated, it was almost like a giant dining room table or coffee table. So we were artists. So if there's things that we no longer needed, we would just put them on top of the mailboxes, and then they disappear, and people were like, oh my God, this is great, I got this thing. So I miss that. I miss that community. And so through my friend here in Florida, I learned that, well, and that community exists online, and it has actually for quite some time. So I'm not in the, there's really, I don't have much left to sell really, anyway, but I do find that I have things like, like I bought 5 things of hand cream. Well, I don't need 5 vials of hand cream. Or, I have 15 packages of sardines, and after I ate 5 of them, I'm like, yeah, I really don't want the other 10. And rather than run all over and, food banks, this and that, and the other thing, I'm gonna go online to this place, and there's different places, they have them on social media, different communities. But the one that my friend told me about, of course, I don't remember the name, but I'll Google it or I'll contact her. And I have been donating things to Salvation Army and Goodwill, but I also saw this video about how some of that stuff, if they can't sell it, it winds up in landfill, or it's shipped over to developing countries, and a lot of it's garbage, they can't use it. I mean, it's just, and I'm like, oh no, that's horrible, I can't do that. So I really try to find, can somebody use this now? And I saw this video today that really inspired me to get back into that practice that I was doing anyway. So here's something. So when I was a kid, I used to skateboard, and I was really good at it. And I was inspired to buy this skateboard. It's called Kryptonics, and it's original since 19, and it's brand new. I used it once, and So one day I bought it. I was all excited, and then I used it. I live near a legacy trail, like a rails trails, and I got on it, and I fell. I mean, I was on it maybe 10 minutes, and I fell, and I was like, these old bones. I'm just, and I thought, I ride a motorcycle full time, so I have a motorcycle helmet, but that's it. I used to, back in the 90s, I was a big rollerblader, so I had elbow pads and knee pads. Um, and I think it was a bike helmets because I don't want to wear a motorcycle helmet on something like this because motorcycle helmets are heavy. So, and you really need to deal with your balance on this. So I thought, oh, I'd have to get a bike helmet, and I'd have to get, knee pads and shoulder pads and wrist guards. And I just thought, no, I'm in the downsize phase. And while I'd really like to get back into my skateboard days when I was a kid, I was really good actually. But when you're 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you think you're invincible. So, and that was like back in the 60s and 70s, what's helmets, joint guards. I mean, you just hopped on your bike and went, or you hopped on your skateboard and went. So, but at 61, no. So, yeah, so I'm sure there's a kid who would love to have this, and a parent who would love to have this for their child who may not, who's trying to pay rent and buy food. Hello. So, so I was really inspired. I was like, yeah, and when I see people throw out food, it just, mm, I'm not even gonna go there. Just, I see people pile all this food on their plate and then they're gonna throw out half of it. Just there are people who literally do not have food in their refrigerators and in their pantries, and they live, they have to go to food banks on a regular basis. So, anywho, there were there was, okay, so this wood chair that I'm sitting on, I got this from not like in the dumpster, but where near the dumpster where I live in this condo community I rent. And I don't need, I'm done owning property. And there were four. So I took four, and then I realized I didn't need four. And so I brought two out of the four, and brought them out one at a time because I couldn't carry one in each hand. It was too heavy. And so, or my arms are too weak. And so I see this woman who lives in the community. It's like 325 units here, and I know people hi by. I don't really know them. I just kind of do my own thing. So she says to me, "Oh, she was coming back from the dumpster, and she says, "Are you don't want those chairs? Are they in good condition?" I said, "Yeah, they're great. I just, I don't need four of them. I only need two of them." She goes, "Oh," she says, "Well, um, she says I have she has children. She says my kids I would like to use these chairs for my kids' craft tables." And I'm like, "Great. Well," I said, "Well, I'm gonna put this." So she had something in her hand or something like that. She says, "Well, I'm gonna come right back down." I said, "Well, I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna walk over to my apartment and bring out the other one." She says, "Okay." So that's what happened. Um so she left, I left, and then I see her. So I'm coming out of my apartment, and I'm walking toward the dumpster area, and I see her, and she's got the chair. And I said, "Oh, so yeah, so here's the other one." And it was great. I mean, I love that. She's a youngish mother. I mean, I'm guessing she's maybe late 30s, early 40s, and so she's got kids, and they do crafts. And yeah, I mean, why do you have to go buy chairs? These are I mean, this is like a really sturdy chair. So I love that. So that's my inspiration for today. Is I I really have everything I need, And so I don't have a lot of stuff to give away anymore, but whatever stuff I do have, like this really cool skateboard. I mean, who doesn't love that? Um, and I'm going through my CD collection and saying, I don't want this anymore. I mean, how many times can I listen to the soundtrack of the movie Grease? I actually liked that movie, and a lot of that music makes me happy. But I can go if I'm really have to hear hand jive again, and that actually is a really great dance sequence. I can get it on YouTube. I don't have to own everything. It's taken me years to figure that out. Okay, bye, y'all.